Remember when they said it was a lie? But today, that lie has matured. Some called it fearmongering, some said it was just outrightly a lie. And honestly, I don't blame anyone because even your most revered taxman came out to say it was a lie. But today, that lie has only been adjusted to mean the same thing. The government can dip their hands in your pockets. One thing we must all admit about this government is that they deny their own words and then quietly implement them later. We've seen it time and time again. Subsidy denied, then removed. Exchange rate denied, then unified. So, denial has become the policy language. Now, it's no longer news that the Lagos government, through the Lagos State Internal Revenue Service, has officially clarified that if tax access is not paid, the government can recover that tax directly from your bank or from anyone holding money meant for you. This is not rumor. This is not social media talk. It is backed by the law. The power comes from Section 31 of the Personal Income Tax Act and Section 49 of the Lagos State Revenue Administration Law. The law allows what is called substitution. In simple terms, it means that if you owe tax, the government does not have to keep chasing after you. They can go to your bank, your employer, your tenant, your customer, or any third party holding your money and legally instruct them to pay the government instead. So let's be clear. Lagos State will say they are not inventing this law. It exists in other parts of the world. But here is the difference, and this is where the problem starts. In those countries, enforcement is the last step. You are clearly assessed, you are notified repeatedly, you can appeal, you can negotiate plans, and only after all this must have failed can the government now touch your money. But then the success rate after all is very unlikely. But in Nigeria, the fear is not the law, the fear is the process because assessments are often unclear. The tax law is still a struggle. Appeals are slow and unknown. And of course, enforcement is sometimes faster than the explanation. Now, let me explain how bad this might get if it is not carefully handled. So imagine this scenario. Your landlord is owing the government, let's say 500,000 naira in tax. You as a tenant, you owe your landlord 1 million naira in rent. So instead of chasing your landlord directly, the government now comes to you. Then they say, do not pay your landlord, pay us 500,000 first. Then you have to comply because the law allows it. Now, stop and think. After paying the government, where do you stand? Your landlord is still expecting 1 million naira in rent from you. You've already paid half of that money to the government. Do you think your landlord will clap for you? No. Your landlord will simply request full payment of his rent or give you the option of moving out. And then ask yourself, where will you now live? How are you protected by that same law? So this is no longer just tax enforcement. This is direct intrusion into private relationships. Tenant and landlord, employers and workers, business partners and customers. It turns ordinary citizens into enforcement tools of the state. And this is why it must worry every one of us because we are slowly walking back to an old Nigeria, to a Nigeria where taxmen moved around with policemen, so I was told, and where people were arrested in the market for not compliance. We thought we've moved past that era, but today it's no longer whistles and handcuffs. It's about bank accounts, rent, salaries, and survival. We've reached a point where government no longer speaks to defaulters first. It speaks to anyone connected to defaulters. This is not modern day taxation. This is you adding undue pressure to non-defaulters. And when pressure replaces the process, everyone guilty or not begins to feel unsafe. So yes, Lagos may be starting, but Nigeria is watching. Around the world, enforcement works because it is anchored in clear rules and a real avenue for appeal. Without those safeguards, enforcement stops being reform and start looking like control. So if power is not balanced with due process, we are not moving forward. We are simply giving old problems new digital tools. And this is a point in history where no society wants to revisit. It is the truth at a time. Take care and have a nice day.